Hi everyone.
Hey,
Hey Liz.
how are you?
Good. How are you going?
Good. Just trying to see what.
We're just trying to set it up here. So for everyone that's joining in today, we'll give you a couple seconds to get on in. So Liz and I did our first Instagram live, I think about 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. It's day 33 here in quarantine, so I can't really keep up with what we did, when, and where. But actually yesterday we were talking about how it's kind of like Groundhog Day. We're kind of living the same day over and over, but trying to make the most of it. So let's just see if we can get the mat set up. I might need to shift mine back a little bit. It's fine, right? Let's get back a little bit more. So it's a gloomy day today here in New York.
It is indeed.
So up and down. Like yesterday was so pretty, but so cold. I think it's good on my end. So thanks, friends that are joining in. All you need today is your mat. We aren't using any equipment today. I've padded my mat because the ground is kind of hard. If you need, you can put a towel. If you don't have a mat, you could always use a towel. So let's have a couple more seconds and we can get ready. Yeah, Liz, you might need to move your mat back a tiny bit or something. That's a nice mat.
Oh, it's just a towel.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Because I feel like when I do it on the mat, on the carpet, it'll slip.
Yeah.
So I use this like skinless towel.
Yeah. Oh, it's so nice. It's pretty.
A yoga towel.
Cool. So let's get started, shall we? Ready to start, Liz?
Yep, I'm ready when you are.
Perfect.
All right, hey everyone. Thanks for joining us today. We're just gonna go ahead and get it started with some breathing here. So you can either sit comfortably in a seat, or if you want to be like me and Tiff, you can sit up on your bum. Just wrap your hands around your rib cage and just take a nice inhale in through your nose. Exhale through the mouth. Keeping that inhale going. Drawing yourself nice and tall, and then exhaling all the way out. So when we do this Pilates breathing here, you want to feel like you're drawing those ribs together as you're breathing in, kind of like drawing your corset muscles around yourself. You can actually activate your tiniest ab muscles just by breathing really deeply here. And you want to breathe into the back of your ribs, just taking nice big breaths here. And at any time you can come back to this breath during your practice. Just keeping that nice deep breath going. Breathing into your whole belly and your diaphragm, not just into your chest. So we're gonna add a tiny little roll back here with this breath. Once you feel ready to move, on the exhale, maybe you go back 2 inches and then slowly come back up. So here you're using your abs to slowly roll back and roll back up. Good. How's that feeling, Tiff?
Good. Nice activation of the abs this morning.
Yeah. And if you want to add some extra challenge, you can just extend your arms straight out. For like Pilates, we use all of our little tiny local muscles. So it's a different sensation than when you do like a HIIT class or something. So you really want to put that focus in those tiny local muscles and go as slow as you can. The slower you go, the more you'll feel this burn. And also just in advance, if you hear some whining, I apologize, I have a puppy.
So cute.
Maybe I'll let her out at the end.
Yeah, we need a little guest star.
And as you start to activate your abs here, see if you can put some tension between your fingertips, almost like you're squeezing a block or squeezing a ring. Just feeling that activation in your abs. Good.
I can't believe her.
That's actually the neighbor's dog.
Oh.
And on this next one, let's go ahead and pause at that max tension point where it feels a little sticky. Just take a few breaths here. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. And just see if you can go 1 inch lower, really firing up those abs. And you're just going to bring your arms up to the ceiling and back down, feeling that tension here. So again, using those tiny muscles here. And if this hurts your hip flexors, just go ahead and open your knees a bit. So many ways to do it. We have 4 more here, really putting that tension between your arms. For 3. For 2. And 1. Slowly roll all the way back to sit. Let's take that right leg into tabletop here. And again, if you feel any tension in your hip flexors, just open to a little diamond shape. You're just going to keep going that roll back here. So now that you have 1 less foot, it'll really play with that stability. So as you roll down, really engage those abs and try to press into your foot and challenge yourself to go slower each time. So you're really activating every single part of your TVA here. Good.
I'm feeling the burn.
And 4 weeks. You feel the burn?
Yeah.
And in 3, hold it to the max point. For 2. And in 1, you hold it all the way down. And just open your arms to a little V and close. So really feel like you're trying to squeeze the block as you close those hands. Breathing into those abdominals, keeping with that Pilates breath. We have 3 more, so good. For 2. And 1. Go ahead and put that foot down, slowly go all the way up. Go ahead and just kind of lean over to stretch out the hip flexors if you need that. Then we're going to gear up for that other side. Float that left leg to tabletop. And just slowly going to roll down, going back with that roll back here. Igniting up those abs. And if you're feeling really good here, you can always make it more challenging. You can extend that leg nice and straight. That'll make it nice and hard, or you can just keep it at tabletop. And if it's not working, you can always just keep both feet back down on the ground. Good, guys. Really see here how Tiffany's going nice and slowly to her max tension point, keeping those arms nice and stiff. You can also imagine that you're squeezing like a beach ball or something. In 4, we'll hold at that max tension point. Hey, Bleeker. We have 3 more. For 2. And on 1, you hold it at that max point. And the same thing we did earlier, you raise your arms up an inch and back down. So this time, arms are going straight above your head. You'll really feel all parts of your abs ignite here. Whew. We have 3 more here. For 2. And 1. Good job, guys. Slowly float that leg all the way up. And just to burn out this little rollback series, slowly roll all the way down. And let's just float 1 leg to tabletop and then the other. And just see if you can hold it here, palms to the ceiling, and just go down an inch and up. Really firing up those abs here. Nice and slow. For 3, you're good, Bleeker. For 2. And 1. Great job. Go ahead and plant those feet. Take a nice inhale and exhale. I'm going to go ahead and kick it to Tiff.
Oh my gosh, I felt the burn. I'm all warmed up now, Liz.
Awesome.
Okay, so now that we've worked up abs, let's get some glute and hamstring movements. So let's go ahead and lie on the mat. We're going to get some bridging, my favorite. I feel like I'm always teaching this one. So let's go ahead and lie down on the mat. Really press into your palms, activating the back chain of your arms. Let's go ahead and place both feet firmly on the ground, pressing through inner and outer sides of your feet. Go ahead and find that pelvic tuck. Tuck your pubic bone towards the sky, and slowly peel yourself up off the mat, bone by bone, to the middle, the bottom of your shoulder blades, the middle of your back. And then slowly mount your spine all the way down. Tailbone should be the last thing that touches the mat, finding it nice and neutral. Let's do this at your own pace. Really peeling your back off the mat like a sticker. Really engaging those glutes and hamstrings. And then melting your spine all the way down. I want you to imagine you're really digging in through those feet. You're really activating those glutes and hamstrings, finding length through your front hip. You want your knees directing over your second and third toe, keeping that correct alignment. So every time you come up, try to send those knees forward, as if you're trying to bring them towards the front wall in front of you, and then bring yourself all the way back down. Let's go for 3 more like this. Really engage in that booty, keeping those ribs nice and knitted in. You want to keep finding that co-contraction. And if you want the extra challenge, you go ahead and bring those arms up to ceiling. Arms facing in. That was 2. And we have 1 more here at the top. Let's go ahead and hold. Hold everything up here. We'll start to add this heel lift. So go ahead and lift the right heel up, lower it down, lift that left heel up, and lower it down. Doing this at your own pace. You're just plantar flexing the feet. We're not doing a lot of walking these days, I don't think, being in quarantine. So we just want to activate those feet muscles, activate the calves, the gastrocnemius, and your soleus. Just go ahead and just walk those out. Let's go for 3 on each side, keeping those hips nice and level. Last 2. And 1. Let's go ahead and keep both heels raised and just lower and lift, keeping your hips nice and high. You want to see a diagonal plane from the tip of your knees down to the middle of your shoulder blades. So up and lower, up and lower. For 5 and 4. Last 3. This is 2. Final 1. Hold up here. We're just going to go into some single leg marches. So if you want to keep your hands here, totally fine. Or you can bring them down to give you some support. We're just going to go ahead and lift that right leg into tabletop and lower. Lift that left leg into tabletop and lower. If the heel lift is too much, you can go ahead and bring the heels back down to the ground to give you more of a base of support. Otherwise, keep your heels lifted. Lift the leg to tabletop and lower. Left leg to tabletop and lower. Making sure to keep the hip bones nice and square without moving. You don't want anything dipping. You want to keep it nice and level. Again, palms on the ground is always an option. Or if you want that challenge, fingers to the ceiling. And for friends that want to spice it up a little bit on their Saturday, you can always go ahead and extend that leg out straight. So kick it out to the ceiling and bring it back down. Pointing that toe and bring it back down. How are you feeling, Liz?
I think I just lost you for a second.
I saw it kind of black.
Now I can see
2
you.
more.
Feels good.
Oh, good. Keep those hips lifted, everyone. Final 1. We're almost out of here. We have 1 more variation after this. So keep yourself lifted. Heels lifted or not, just pulse down an inch and up an inch. And down an inch for 8. 7, ribs in. 6, 5, 4, keep that breath going. 3, last 2, final 1. Go ahead and mount your spine all the way down. So we have that 1 variation. So take a breather. Inhale. On your exhale, you can either keep the hips lifted, keep the heels lifted or not. Go ahead and peel yourself back up. Bring the feet together into a diamond shape. So keep the toes together, heels and toes. Go ahead and bring those knees out to either side of the root. So left and right. And then we'll just do that lower and lift again. So let's pulse up an inch and down an inch. Activating that booty. Up an inch and down. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Hold here and slowly mount everything all the way back down. Good work, everyone. Over to you, Liz.
Awesome. So you can stay laying down. You're just going to put your hands behind your head and slowly nod and curl, keeping your chin tucked to your chest like you're doing a double chin. And you're just going to slowly come up and slowly come back down. So you're just starting to go back into this ab flexion here, keeping those elbows in the peripherals of your eyes, slowly flexing up and nodding back down. So the key here again is to go super slow while attempting to do a bunch of sit-ups. You'll actually get more into your TBA if you go slowly up and slowly down. And if you want to take a little more this morning, just go ahead and float both legs up to tabletop. And you'll slowly come up and down. Don't forget to add that breath here, taking a nice deep inhale and exhaling as you go for this. Good. So go ahead and float both your feet to tabletop if you haven't done so already. And we're going to go ahead and add a little bit of leg extension here. So as your head comes down, your legs go out to 45 degrees. And then as you come back up, they come back to tabletop. So here you're actually getting into all parts of your abs, really getting that extension and lengthening in addition to just crunching it up. And if you're feeling super good, you can always make those legs go super low to the ground. You'll have more challenge. And if it's too difficult, you can always just kind of stick with this tabletop motion. You can do one leg at a time. So many options here if you need to modify, but also so many options if you want to turn it up. So let's just keep with this double leg stretch here. And again, if you're feeling any pain in your neck or your head, you can just lay your head down, extend those legs, slowly bring them back in. So you have so many options. Go ahead and pick your poison. We just have 4 more like this. For 3, so good. Keep that pelvis nice and flat. For 2. And on 1, go ahead and hold it out and just raise your legs up an inch and down. This one's super killer here. Keeping that breath with you. Again, lower your legs, go to the ground, the more challenging it'll be. We have 3. For 2. And 1. Go ahead, hug those knees into your chest. Roll around the lower lumbar spine. Take a nice inhale. Exhale through the nose. We're going to go for a supine bird dog here. So take your head into your hands behind your head, slowly nod and curl again. And let's raise those legs to 90 degrees above. Again, you can have a slight bend if you want. From here, slowly float both your hands up to the sky. You're going to take your right hand behind your head and then bring your right hand back up. Then take your left hand behind your head and bring it back up. Arms are straight here. Now let's take our right leg straight to the ground, slowly bringing it back up. Then take that left leg slowly down, bringing it back up. Now we're going to add it all together. Right hand and left leg both go down at the same time, and they slowly come back up. Opposite left hand and right leg. Whew. We're just going to alternate like this. And again, if this is feeling like it's too much today, you have that option to take your legs up to tabletop, and hands are back against your knees, and just do a modified version to lower that lever load here. But if you feel good with the extended bird dog, you can lengthen both your limbs. How's this, Tiff?
It's so hard.
I know, it's such a good one. Because not only are you working your abs, you're also working on stabilizing. Whew, we just have 2 more on each side. So good. 1 more on each side here. Go ahead, bring both hands up and slowly roll down. Take the knees into the chest. Take a nice inhale. Exhale. We're just going to finish out this ab series here. So slowly nod and curl, bring your legs to tabletop. And we're going to finish out with 100 here. So legs can go any way you want. They can go here, They can go out 45 degrees. They can go low, which is super challenging. You can also just keep them in a little mountain shape, whatever feels good. I'm gonna take it in a tabletop. You're gonna take your arms long and by your sides, and if this is hurting your neck, just go ahead and lay your head down. From here, we're just gonna start to pump our arms on this beat. And you go ahead and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you're breathing really quickly here. We're doing this hundreds here with this our classic Pilates movement, and you can always add that challenge like Tiff is doing by extending her legs and bringing them back in. Good job, guys. We're about halfway there, so just keep with that inhale. Here we go, guys. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. See if you can bring those legs a little lower here. You guys got it. We have 10. Breathing here, nice and slow. Taking that inhale. Exhale for 5, 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and bring those knees into your chest. Woo. Roll it all out. Woo. Awesome, Tiff. I'll go ahead and kick it to you.
Amazing. That was so good. Now we're going to get into some side lying work. So side lying footwork, we're going to be on the forearm. You can just have everything nice and stacked. So you can stay on the forearm, or you can come down onto your elbow, whatever feels good for you. Make sure you keep everything stacked, ribs nice and knitted in. I'm going to do this exercise on my forearm. Go ahead and bring that bottom leg to tabletop position, making sure your hips are stacked, shoulders are right over your elbow. Let's go ahead and bend that top leg into tabletop and then extend it out. Bend it in and extend it out. So keep that toe pointed. You want to make sure you're keeping it parallel to the floor, so you don't want your knee below your ankle. You want to keep everything nice and lined. And out. We're just working that glute med here. You want to use your hand to pull the hip away from the ribs, so you're not dumping into your side. You want to keep yourself nice and lifted. Let's go for 4. We have 3. Keep that breath going, ribs lifted in. For 2. And 1. Let's hold here. Let's go ahead and raise that leg up an inch and lower an inch. Up an inch and lower. Again, making sure everything is nice and stacked. You're just pulling that leg up and down and up and down. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold that here. Let's go ahead and bring that leg up to 45. Just tap the floor, rainbow it over to the other side of your mat, and tap. So tap it forward, rainbow it over to tap it back. And as you do this, you want to make sure you keep everything nice and controlled. So your hip is not rolling forward or back. You want to keep it nice and straight. You might have a small range of motion or a big range of motion. Everybody's different. So just tap for 5. So you're really feeling this on your gluteal fold, that smile line where your hamstring and butt meet. Just really activate that booty. We have 2. And last one, so nice. Go ahead and bring that leg back to tabletop. Give that booty some love, a little tap. And now we're gonna work it inner thighs. So go ahead and bring this bottom leg out long. Top leg will just bend forward, so your foot will be on the floor, your knees will be towards the ceiling. If you can't bring that foot closer, you can always bring it back, whatever your range of motion is. Your hand can come down in front of you, or you can keep it on your hip. We're going to work the inner thigh, so working these adductors, keeping the hips still nice and stacked. Go ahead and float that bottom foot up and down. Float it up an inch and down. So you're really anchoring on the hip bone that's keeping you level on the floor, still pressing into that forearm. So lift and lower. Lift and lower. For 6, 5, 4, you should feel this engagement in your abs as well. 3, 2, keep nice open chest. 1, hold that leg up there. We're just going to go into some tiny leg circles in one direction. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse the circles. For 5, 4, 3. Point that toe. 2, And one. So nice. Go ahead and bring those legs back into tabletop position. Over to you, Liz.
Awesome. So just stay right where you are and just come up onto a side plank. So you can go onto your knees to start because we're going to be doing a little clamshell. So from here, just go ahead and open and close your top leg. Knees are bent here and you're just opening and closing like a little clamshell going open and close. You want to make sure your shoulders stacked right on top of your forearm, just like Tiff. And you have a lot of options for stability. You can keep your hand on your hip. You can tent it over for more support. And you can raise your arm up for more challenge. So as you do this, you're working your right side oblique, and you're also working the booty here. And as you do this, you might notice I personally get a lot of strain in my neck, especially because I'm at a desk all day. So just go ahead and turn to look to the side. Look down at your hands, and that might feel a little bit of alleviation. Good. So just slowly opening and closing here. Good. We have 4 more like this, opening and closing, burning out that glute. For 3, for 2, and 1. Go ahead and drop for a second. Go ahead and get back into your nice position. You're gonna come back onto that plank. Leg is gonna go out, and you're just gonna kick it up and down here. So doing this nice sideline kick on your right side oblique here, just burning it out. Woo! Woo. And if you want to make it extra challenging, you can always come up onto your hand, extend it out, and just raise the leg here. Good. We have 3 more. For 2. And on 1, we're going to go into a crunch. So you can do this with both arms off the ground. Take that top arm, crunch that top on the knee in. And if you want to drop to the bottom knee, you have that option too. So you're crunching into that left oblique here. Everyone looks good. How is that, Tiff?
That's good.
Going for that extra challenge on the foot. We have 3 more like this. For 2, and 1. Go ahead and take a little breather here. I'm gonna roll out my neck because I still have a little bit of pain. Then when you're ready, last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of roll down here. So come up into a high plank, and you're gonna challenge yourself to slowly roll down until you're sitting in an L shape. So the instinct here will kind of just be like, boop, but you wanna go against that. Slowly control, come to your seat, slowly come back up. Whew.
Oh, I feel my hip.
This one always gets me. It's so slow. Again, Pilates is always super slow, so very different sensation than like a boot camp or something. We have 3 more like this. Keeping that weight nice and even, stacked over your right hand. For 2. And 1. Whew. Good work, guys. Off to you, Tiff.
Awesome. So now we're going to get in some quadruped. So I'm going to be on all 4s, and we're just going to find some cat-cows here. So just arch your back towards the ceiling, looking towards your navel with the cat, and then go ahead and find that cow, pointing the sits bones towards the back of the room. Doing this at your own pace, making sure to keep that belly button drawn in. I know I always say that, but you want to keep that TVA, your transverse abdominis, really engaged. Still setting that breath down to your pelvic floor. And you might want to roll your body out into a figure 8 motion. Whatever feels good for you today. Remember to breathe. If you're doing the figure 8, go ahead and reverse that 8. Just wiggle everything out. Let's just take 2 more breaths before we meet. Then that neutral spine. So good. So now pressing into your palms, nice and heavy on all 10 fingers. Let's just go ahead and tuck those toes. And you're just going to find some knee hovers. So with that neutral spine, just hover the knees off 2 inches and bring them back down. Hover them off 2 inches and bring them back down. You want to make sure you keep your scapula stabilized on your rib cage. So you want to engage that serratus anterior, keeping that head nice and long, looking towards the mat, crown of the head pointing towards the opposite side of the room, pressing in, engaging those abs, drawing them into the spine. Let's go for 5. We have 4. Last 3. This is 2. And 1. Go ahead and lower those knees down for a breather. We're going to go back straight up. So we're going to do some bird dog. So you can either go into the bird dog with your knees hovering like this. So right leg out, left leg, palm down to the opposite side, finding legs. Or if this is too much, you can go ahead and do it with your knees down, untapping those toes. You have more basal support, but you're still going to find that challenge activating that core and keeping yourself balancing from opposition, left to right side. So it's up to you. Let's just take 5 at your own pace on each side, whichever option you choose to do. So go ahead. Let's go for 5. Pressing into those palms on all 5 fingers that are on the floor. 4. Finding legs. Keeping that spine nice and neutral. For 3. Ribs knitted in. Last 2. Really point through those fingers and those toes. We have 1 more. Go ahead and bring everything down. Take a breather here, guys. Good job. Now we're going to find the donkey kick. So keeping all 10 fingers pressing into the floor. Go ahead and bring that right leg up to a donkey kick. Flex that foot, pulse it up, and then go ahead and extend that leg out as you point your toe. So donkey kick, pulse it up, extend that leg, point that toe. Just a combination for 6, point the toe, flex the foot, for 5, donkey kick. Keeping these hips nice and level. 4. Last 3. Really activating that glute and hamstring here for 2. On 1, hold that leg up nice and extended. Let's just pulse up an inch and down. And up and down. For 7, 6, 5. Really pressing into those palms. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold that leg lifted. Let's just bring it over to your left side. Tap the toe on the floor on the outer corner of your mat. Rainbow it over to the right side, outer corner of the mat. Rainbow it back. For 7. Keeping those hips nice and level, no wobbles. For 6. How are you going, Liz? 5.
Good, I love this.
3, 2, 4. You're really activating that glute. For 3, keep those ribs drawn in, belly button to spine. Last 2. And final 1. Go ahead and bring that in. Over to you, Liz.
Awesome. So we're just gonna go ahead and take that on the other side. We're gonna go ahead and do a little swan first. So from here, just lay down into a child's pose. Knees go nice and wide. Take a nice inhale. Exhale it all out. And before we go into the other side, obliques, we're just gonna lay onto our stomach for a little swan stretch. So keep both your palms right under your shoulders. Face will look down at the ground. And you're just gonna press your toes into the ground, pressing your thighs into the ground. Try to pretend that you have a credit card between your butt cheeks. And then slowly raise up to kind of stretch out this extension of the thoracic spine and slowly let it down. And maybe you put enough tension into your thighs that the rest of your feet come off of the mat. Just a nice little stretch here and controlling it as you come down with your triceps. Good. Does this feel like a good release, Tiff?
So nice. And it's a good way to activate before we get into the other side of our donkey kicks as well on that left leg.
Totally. We'll just take 3 more like this, so make them nice and juicy. Really extend that thoracic spine as you look up, and slowly pulse into your triceps as you come back down. Pressing in the mat for your last 2. And maybe for your last one, you just hold it at the top for a little bit. Maybe you give yourself a shoulder roll, a head roll, and then slowly let it go back down. Whew. And then we're just gonna gear up for our left side abdominals. So same thing we did on the right side, just on the other. Go ahead and place your elbow right under your shoulder and press out so your knee is stacked. And we're gonna start with that clamshell. So you're just opening and closing. Starting to fire up that left side oblique. Again, option to add some support if you need it, or extra challenge. And you might notice that one side feels a little different. I'm definitely weaker on this side than the other side, so I definitely feel it already. And again, if you have that neck pain, you just go ahead and look at your hand. Opening and closing, making sure that pelvis is nice and square towards the front. Good. We have 4 more like this. See if you can slow it down to activate those glutes. For 3 more. For 2. And on 1, you just extend that leg out straight. You just lift it up an inch and down. So really feel your obliques holding yourself in. Go ahead and tap that hand if you need extra support. Just going up and down here, that little kick. We have 4 more like this. For 3. For 2. Good. And on 1, go ahead, slowly come all the way down, take a breather. Now we're gonna go into that side crunch. So again, you can do this all the way up if that feels good. And you're just gonna take that top knee, crunch it in. So here you're getting into that right side oblique, and you always have the option to go onto the forearm if that feels more stable for you. Bringing that knee to elbow, really crunching it in here. And if you want extra points, you can go straight with both your legs and your arms. Whew. We have 3 more. For 2. And 1. Good work, guys. Last little push, we're gonna do those roll downs to the seat. So we're gonna be ending in this shape here, kind of like a mermaid. So you're slowly coming up to that plank position, and then you're slowly articulating yourself down. So as you come up, you wanna feel like you're peeling a sticker off of the ground, and then you're slowly rolling one bone at a time. Kind of like a little wave. Just slowly coming up, slowly rolling back down, really pressing into that left palm. Again, you always have that option to do this on your knees if it feels a little too hard on the wrist. Otherwise, you take it on the hand, you come all the way up, and slowly come back down. Just have 3 more like this. Woo. Last 2, make them as graceful as you can. And last 1. Whew. Good work, guys. Tiff is gonna take us into those sideline legs.
Awesome job, everyone. Hope you're feeling all nice and hot like I am. So we're gonna get onto those sideline feet now. So keep yourself on this forearm. Bring that bottom leg into a tabletop position, and then extend that leg out, the top leg. Go ahead and bend that knee in, and extend that leg out. Again, keeping everything nice and stacked. You want to keep your waist lifted off the mat, really pressing to that forearm. Nurse it out. Let's go for 5. Keep those ribs drawn in. For 4. Remembering to breathe. For 3. Really proud chest. Last 2. And go ahead and hold it out on 1. Let's just lower, lift those legs an inch and lower. And lift and lower. For 7. 6. Engaging that glute. For 5. 4. 3. pull the hip away for 2 and 1. Hold it out here. Just go for those little circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that foot. Go ahead and extend that bottom leg out. Cross that leg, the top leg over your bottom foot, making sure everything is nice and stacked. Let's work on those inner thighs. So go ahead and lift the inner thigh up and lower. Lift that leg up and lower. For 10, 9, activate the core, 8, 7, 6, 5, we have 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold here. Let's do those circles in this leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse the circles for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's go ahead and roll over to quadruped. We're just going to do the donkey kicks on this left leg as well. So find that nice neutral spine. Go ahead and kick that leg up, that left leg, flex that foot, pulse it up, extend that leg out as you point your toe, bring it back in, flex that foot, pulse it up, extend that leg, point that toe. So donkey kick, pulse, and extend. Pulse, and extend. Pulse, and extend. For 2, and 1. Keep that leg extended. Let's just do those lower and lifts. So lift it up an inch, and lower. And lift, and lower. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Rainbow that left leg over to the right side, outer corner of the mat, and then rainbow it back to the other side. Keeping your back nice and neutral, hips nice and level. Let's go for 6. And 5. You should feel your glute firing up.
I do.
Last 3. This is 2. And final 1. So nice. Now Liz is going to take us over to do some whale.
This is like the worst one. I'm also not great at it. So go ahead and come to a comfortable seat. Just take a nice inhale. Flush it all out. This one's very challenging, especially if you're taller. Luckily, I'm very short, so I have it a little easier. Still doesn't mean I'm good at it. So your palms are going to come down by your butt. So I don't know if you can see how Tiff has her hands just planted by her bum. And let's just start by coming into tabletop. So you're kind of coming into a pizza shape. And I want you to kind of activate your triceps here. And then slowly come back down. So just get familiar with that shape. We're going to kind of come up to it. So just lowering and lifting. Once you're nice and stable, we're all going to hold it into this pizza shape. And we're just going to activate by slowly raising our right leg to tabletop, slowly bringing it back down. Then our left leg to tabletop, slowly bringing it back down. So as you do this, try to keep your hip bones shining towards the ceiling nice and flat. Good, guys. We're going to get to the real movement in just a second, so just get comfortable with this feeling on your wrists. We'll do one more on each side. So one more on the right, one more on the left. Go ahead, come to a seat. Maybe shake out your wrists if you need to, and then we're going to get into it. So maybe this way, everyone can see me better. So again, plant your hands right into the side. This time your legs are going to go out straight, and you're just going to come up. So kind of the same position, just like Tiff. This time legs are straight. You slowly raise your right leg in a straight position, bring it down. And then the left. Whew. This one's called spouting whale. Come back with the breath. Press into your palms and try to shine those hip bones up to the ceiling by squeezing into those glutes. And at any time you can come back into this pizza shape and just come into that tabletop. But let's go for about 3 more on each side. You guys got it. Keeping with that breath. You guys got it. 2 more here. Last one. And then slowly come to sitting. Whew. Go ahead, give yourself a little release. That one's so challenging.
So nice.
So we're moving slowly. You're gonna come to laying on your forearms. This one will feel like a nice relaxation after what we just did. Bring both legs to tabletop. And you're just gonna bring your feet out an inch and in. So here what we're actually doing is a psoas pull. So it might not feel super challenging, but you're activating your psoas and try to control it as you go slowly out and slowly in. Maybe you can make that lever a little longer each time, extending all the way out, slowly bringing it back in. How are you doing, Tiff?
Good, I love this one. It's such a good one too because we've all been sitting, so it's really nice to really work on those deep hip flexors so they don't get so tight from just sitting on the couch all day.
Totally. I know, we gotta do some nice hip flexor stretch later too. We just have 4 more like this. See how far you can extend. For 3. For 2, try to match your breath back to it. And 1. Good work. Slowly push yourself to a seat. And I think Tiff is taking us into lunges.
Correct. So we're going to come to standing now. So standing, let's go ahead and bring your right foot forward and left leg back. Let's just kind of find ourselves into that lunge, hip bone shining forward. You want to make sure you keep your front shin nice and vertical. Knee tracking straight over the ankle, over that second and third toe. So find that lunge, back leg should be bent to start with. Activating those glutes, go ahead and hinge forward. So your left leg at the back should now be nice and straight. We're just gonna stay here for a second, take a big breather. Try to sink deeper into that lunge if possible. Again, trying to make sure your shins stay nice and straight. Let's just lower your body towards the knee and lift yourself back up. Lower and lift. For 4, 3, pressing into all 5 toes, the front, 2, 1, hold yourself here. Maybe you start to add that heel lift. So lift that heel up and lower. Lift the heel up and lower. For 5, adding some balance challenge. For 4, keep the abs drawn in to protect your lower back. For 3, last 2, last 1, hold it here. Let's just pulse down an inch and up an inch. And down an inch and up. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring those hands to prayer. And we'll just rotate towards the phone and back to center. If this is too much, you can bring your hands to your hips or keep the heel down. Whatever feels good for you, we're just activating those obliques as we turn. Let's just go for 3 more. Last 2. And 1. Bring your hands down to surround your foot. Let's just open up the sky. Really pointing those fingers up to the sky. Feeling that stretch down your hamstrings. Bring that hand back down. Let's go ahead and switch sides. So now your left foot will be in the front, right foot at the back. Let's go ahead and make sure you keep that shin nice and vertical. And we're just going to go ahead and find that lunge, bending through that right leg at the back as well. And then go ahead and hinge yourself forward. Right leg should be nice and straight. Let's just hinge forward, lowering an inch and lifting an inch. Lowering an inch and lifting. For 4, we have 3. This is 2, abs drawn in. And last 1, go ahead and find those heel lifts. So lift the heel up and lower. For 5. And 4, try to sink deeper into that lunge if you can. For 3. Last two. Last one. Go ahead and bring that down or keep it up if you can. Let's just go ahead and keep your hands in prayer pose. Let's just hinge forward and back for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Your legs should be on fire right now. 2, 1. Hold here. Let's just add that rotation. So rotate to the left. Again, heel can be up or down, whatever works for you today. Let's go for 4. We have 3. This is 2. Whew. And last one. So nice. Go ahead and bring your hands to surround the left foot. Go ahead and open up to that left side. Finding that nice stretch, finding length from the tip of your crown through to the heel of that right foot. Bring that back down, and you're done with the lunge series.
Woo, killer. We're gonna go into some squats, so stay up and standing. Your both feet are gonna be parallel underneath your hips here. So you're just gonna take your hands to your hips slowly and just go for that hip hinge here, keeping your knees directly over your ankles. And as you hinge here, you have several options with your hands. You can extend the arms out in front of you so you have extra challenge. Just slowly going down. And the thing with this hip hinge is you want to go slower than you would in a normal squat. Keeping those arms out straight in front of you. And really sit back, sit down, and isolate those glute muscles here. We have 3 more like this. For 2. And on 1, you hold it all the way down. You can go ahead and bring your hands to prayer. You can keep them out straight. And you're just going to raise the right heel and then the left heel. Raise the right heel and the left heel. You have 2 more on each side. See if you can squat a little lower. For 2 and 1. This time you bring both heels up and we all pulse together for 8 counts. For 8, 7, 6. Go as high as you can on those heels. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, good work.
Oh, good job. We're the home stretch, friends. We're just going to come up onto our plank. So coming back down onto that mat, making sure you're pressing in through those 10 fingers. And let's just go ahead and find a plank series. We're going to go into lion. So bring those legs out, right underneath you. Really pressing in, curling those toes. Let's go ahead and lift that right leg up, pointing to the toe, and then tap on the floor. Let's do this for 4. Bring it up. 3, engaging that booty and hamstrings. For 2, and 1. Bring that foot down. Let's do the left side. Bring it up. For 5, 4, 3. Last 2, and 1. Bring it down. Now we're going to keep the scapula really engaged and stabilized on those ribs, engaging that serratus anterior. We're going to bring your knee in, so keeping yourself nice and even. Just bring the knee in and back. Bring it in and back. For 5, 4, pressing through those palms. For 3, we're almost done, friends. 2, and 1. Go ahead and do the other side. Left side in. Press through those palms. Last 3. Keep those abs drawn in. Last 2. Final 1. Hold it out here. If you need to bring those knees down for a break, by all means do, or let's go straight into it. Let's go opposite knee, opposite elbow. So first of all, keep yourself in that plank. Bring that right knee to right elbow. Twist it to the left. Bring it back down. Right knee, right elbow. Twist it to the left elbow. And bring it back. Let's go for 4, 3. Last 2. Just using those obliques to help rotate. Final 1. Bring it back. Let's go ahead into the other side. Left knee, left elbow to the right. Let's go for 4, 3, final 2, final 1. Hold out here, we're gonna hold into this plank for 10 counts. So we have 10, 9, 8, belly button in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, finding length for 2, and last one, friends. Bring those knees down, find that child's pose, give yourself a little breather. Maybe you walk your hands over to one side of the mat. Really find that 3-dimensional breath like we did in the beginning, breathing into your back. Walk those hands over to the right side of the mat. And come on up. Liz is going to guide us into some stretching.
Yeah, so go ahead and stay on your knees. You're just going to take your right arm to the ceiling and just thread it underneath your left side, just stretching out your right side, your lats, getting into that spinal mobility. You can extend your left arm straight, or you can just rest on your forearms, whatever feels good. Take a nice inhale, and then breathe, exhale as you go a little deeper. And if you want, you can take that left arm over your back behind you for more of a twist. Whew. Carefully unroll, come to a quadruped, take a nice inhale. And then you're just gonna do that on the other side. Left arm goes up, goes underneath. And then you have the option to take the right arm over the back, or you can extend it long in front of you. Whatever feels good. Take a nice inhale and breathe it all out.
This feels so good.
I know. Once you're ready, come to quadruped. Just go ahead, stretch out those wrists. And then we're gonna do a nice little hip flexor stretch. Just take that top leg up here. Hands come on the sides and just lean forward a little bit. You should feel nice open in your right side hip flexor. Once you feel good, you're just gonna switch your legs. And then I'll pass it to Tiff.
Okay, so we're just gonna keep in this position. We're just gonna lean back. So bring that leg back, really point the toe towards the ceiling, and just really try to sit on that back leg. You're just stretching out that hamstring, really pressing through that knee. You wanna make sure to keep your body in line, really shining forward, drawing that belly button into spine to protect the lower back. Just apply a tiny little bit of pressure on that leg, not too much. Feeling that nice stretch. I know my hamstrings are really tight at the moment. Go ahead and do that other side. So bring that leg forward, toes shining towards the ceiling. And then just sit into that left side, making sure to keep the hips nice and even, shining in towards the front. And just go ahead and press through, finding that nice stretch down the back chain of your legs. Beautiful. And Liz, was it that last stretch you wanted to do, the hip flexor stretch?
Oh yeah. So go ahead and just come to a nice seat. Bring both your heels to touch. Take a nice inhale and just kind of extend over. You can reach your hands out onto the ground, or you can just stay here, whatever feels good. You can keep a nice flat back and hinge forward, or you can round, whatever feels good for your body today. And just feel that nice release on your hip flexors.
Not too sure what happened there. I think we just got cut out on that live. So I just wanted to say thank you for joining us today. I think Liz might have been cut out as well. So thank you for joining today in that class. Liz is trying to join in, so let me put her in here. I think she's coming in. I think it just cut us out after that hour. I didn't realize it made gone by so fast. So thank you for joining us today in that 60-minute class. That time went by so fast. I definitely got a workout. I am sweating and I'm pink. So yay, I hope you got a good workout with us too. Again, today's class was free, but we are donating towards NYU Winthrop. So I actually have a friend, 4 of his colleagues have been infected with COVID-19. So we're trying to raise money. They came up with a GoFundMe page. So if you want to Venmo me at I am Tiffany Lowe. That is at I am Tiffany Lowe, which is the same as my Instagram handle. Otherwise, if you have any messages, you can message Liz or myself, and we can direct you to the right place to go. And then I will definitely send through that money. 100% of donations today will be sent towards their GoFundMe. But we want to say thank you for taking this class with us. Stay safe, stay healthy, keep hydrated, get a lot of rest. Liz, do you have anything to add?
No, thank you guys. If you want to stick around, I'll let my dog out.
Yeah, we want to see Bleeker. She is so cute. So if you have any questions, definitely let us know. Oh my gosh, Bleeker. So cute. Look at her eyes.
He says thank you for donating and thank you for taking the class.
Thank you, friends. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Bye.
Bye.